Hey guys, what's going on? Surprise, surprise. I'm back here for A Hunger for Horror, the last one of the year. I honestly didn't think I was going to do another stream till the end of the year, but here we are. This is why I tell you guys, you like the content, definitely do yourself a favor, subscribe, but also make sure to hit the notifications because you never know when your girl feels like going live. She just pop up randomly. And yep, that's what's going on now. I felt like I wanted to kind of touch base with you guys about horror in general this year. Um Obviously we do that all the time on the channel, but I haven't done a like recap or anything like that. And I kind of feel the need to this year because previous years I've always kind of dodged the whole like top 5, top 10, whatever, yada yada type videos. I usually don't really care for those or the rankings and it's just I don't know. I feel kind of like it's unnecessary when I cover everything throughout the year. But this year was a little different because I feel like my coverage was a little spotty when it came to certain releases and stuff. Like I was able to talk to you guys a lot more frequently earlier this year about what was coming out. But as the year progressed, I just got a lot busier. So I thought, you know, why not just do a little bit of a recap now, a little top 5 action going on here. Just cuz yeah, I there's certain movies that I realize I didn't get a chance to go over with you guys, but um thought I would do it. I'm technically supposed to be leaving right now in a few hours here. I'm going to head down to SoCal for the holidays. So that's why I didn't think I was going to get a chance to do this. But yeah, you know what? Let me check to see that I am actually audible right now because there have been times when I just talk and talk and I'm like muted or something ridiculous happens. But we got Two Gun in the house. What's going on? Two Gun, always good to see you. Um, Hope you're having a good start to the holiday week, hopefully. But yeah. All right. So I got my list ready, you guys. And honestly, this was a pretty easy list. That's why I felt a little more inclined to get on here because I was like, yeah, this won't be so hard. I think I already got my 5 down. Thank you for the audio check, Two Gun. Appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into this. Let's just jump right in. I'll say overall, I think 2025 was a good year for horror. A lot of little like indies popped up, some of which I didn't get a chance to see. So take this list with a grain of salt. I don't get to watch every single movie that comes out, but that's why this is going to be like my top. This is a purely subjective list, but so don't take it too seriously. Yeah, this is just from what I got to see, what I enjoyed personally, and there might be certain movies that I felt were really good, but maybe I just didn't really like to see it. Like I didn't enjoy seeing it, you know what I mean? So there's always that to take into account. But whatever. All right, let's get into it. So I kind of want to do this fast because like I said, I got a road trip ahead of me. All right. First, we're gonna start with number 5. And that was actually released from earlier this year and it is none other than Final Destination Bloodlines. Now, you guys, this was a little tough for me because I feel like Final Destination Bloodlines and Black Phone 2, I was like, oh man, they were competing for my fifth spot. But I'm gonna go ahead and choose Final Destination Bloodlines to be on the list and just make Black Phone 2 like a honorable mention or something like that, because I enjoyed both pretty equally. I do think Final Destination edged it out just a little bit. Because I just think it was better all around. They're both sequels. They were both really well done considering, and they kind of changed I don't want to. Well, Final Destination, it took the same concepts, but definitely put a spin on it. And I feel like Black Phone did the same thing. So what I'm saying is like they did a good job of kind of putting a twist on what we already were introduced to in the franchise. So I really, really dug this one and Black Phone too. Um, Kills were great in it. A lot of gore, which is always nice, especially lately. Like aside from Terrifier, we don't really see a lot of gore anymore. Um, so this was cool to see with such a like more of a well-known kind of property. So I loved it. And Tony Todd, come on. That was like his farewell to the world. It was such an endearing scene. I love this movie. I was very pleasantly surprised. I didn't go into it thinking too much of it. Um, but yeah, when I actually sat down and enjoyed it with some popcorn, it was awesome. It kind of brought me back to the old days of watching the previous installments. And I grew up watching those, So I don't know. There's a definitely a soft place in my heart for Final Destination movies. Although the last towards the end, they tend to fall off. That happens a lot with various different franchises. So it's not super surprising. Two Gun says you liked Final Destination Bloodline. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Surprisingly good. So number 5. All right. Next, what do we got next? Hold on, let me pull it up. Okay. Now this next one was to be expected, I think, for how dark it was. It's an A24 film, and it was by I think producers or I don't know, the same team as Talk to Me, and that is Bring Her Back. You guys, Bring Her Back stuck with me after I watched that movie. It was a little I think I had a little bit of PTSD going on after that. There are some very intense scenes in Oh wait, dude, I put number 2. I was supposed to put number 4. Now I have to go out of order, but now you guys know my number 2. Oh my god, I'm so what a hold on. Let me pull up the little sorry guys, I'm screwing this up. Where's my photo? I thought I uploaded it. You guys can tell I'm not prepared right now. No, I thought I uploaded it. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second. There we go. Got it. Okay, so we're going out of order here. Number 2, Bring Her Back, keeping you on your toes. Bring Her Back. Love this movie. I thought it was pretty depressing, and I was kind of unsure whether I wanted to put it at number 2 just because I don't know about rewatchability and all. It kind of like I said, it's sad. It deals with very serious like subject matter of like, losing a kid. I won't go into like uh spoilers or anything, but yeah, it's pretty dark and it is grotesque. There's several moments in it where I was like surprised at like how far they went with it. And like I said, pretty oh well acted, definitely. I think yeah, the main actress in that was good. I forget her name, but she was awesome. And yeah, a lot of gory like practical effects in it from what I remember. It really stuck with me. Like I said, afterwards I was just like, dang, this is crazy. This is a crazy movie. And yeah, very it's one of those where it's like I don't want to say you love it or you hate it cuz I think objectively speaking you can definitely say like it's well made and it's a good movie, but it's not for everyone. It's not everyone's cup of tea and I could totally see that happening. Totally. Um but anyway, yeah, love this one. Okay. Now, back to should we do number 3? Number 4, since we're going out of order, should I'm definitely gonna leave first for last. Let's do that. So, hmm, let's go number 4. How about that? Let's go back to 4. Ready? It's bam. Silent Night, Deadly Night. Now that movie took me by surprise as well. I didn't think it was going to be that great. Like I still wanted to support it because after all, like the first one is a classic or yeah, the original. Um oh, let me switch my little. Here we go. Here we go. Yay. I'm doing the things live, guys. I'm doing the doing the damn thing. But yeah, this was so good, guys, and I feel like it's being slept on right now. There people are not talking about it. And it's out. It's out right now as we speak. This the lead actor Rowan Campbell. He is I mean some of y'all know him from Halloween Ends, and I actually really liked him in that movie. And again, I thought he did a great job in this movie too. This similar to the other sequels I mentioned earlier, like this did a nice job of taking the original concept and kind of putting a spin on it, making making it its own separate thing, yet kind of staying true to what we know and love. So it did a good mix of that. I think if you guys have seen the original, you like the original, I think you'll still enjoy this one. Like a lot of people like to, disregard remakes or sequels if the first one is good or if they like the first one. They don't want to like tarnish that or whatever. I've never really seen things that way. I always kind of go into it open-minded. If I don't like it, whatever, I still have the original to lean back on. So it just doesn't make a difference to me. So I still go and support it no matter what. Um and I'm glad I did with this one. It was awesome, very gory as well. And it says from the studio that brought you Terrifier 2 and 3 right here on the poster, which I didn't know going into that. So that's interesting. That kind of makes sense to me a little bit. Cause yeah, the gore was a little over the top at times, but in a good way. I thought it really went well with what was going on. It's a it's a very it like walks that line of comedy, like dark comedy and obviously horror. So I don't know. This is another one where you kind of just have to think about your own likes when it comes to horror and what you're into and all that. Because again, this one may not be for everyone. I do like this is a minor spoiler, but oh, should I even say it? Dang it. I don't know if I should even say it. They put a twist on this one that I really enjoyed. I'll just say it's a little supernatural at times, but that's all I'm gonna go. I won't say anymore. Um, yeah, I recommend this one. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. I feel like it's not getting a lot of love, and it should be. Um, Dugan says I still need to watch a new Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's really freaking good. Like I said, super surprised. Okay, number 4. We're speeding through this because you guys, I gotta go. I gotta head out. But oh yeah. I already said it. It's not a big detail, but it's a difference. Definitely something that they changed from the first movie. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. Okay, moving on real quickly here. Let's just keep going with number 3, The Home. I feel like nobody knows about this movie. I feel like I'm the only one that watched this movie. If I'm not, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about The Home with Pete Davidson. I like Pete Davidson. I never used to follow him, with his like comedy or anything. But I started watching his movies when he started acting more like in movies. Because I know he's in what SNL, right? Um, I don't know if he's still in that or still doing it, but yeah, didn't really follow him there much. It was just when he came out with one on Netflix a couple years back. I want to say during quarantine or whatever. And I enjoyed that. And then I think I'm one of the few that actually enjoyed Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. And he was in that. I really liked that. And I dug this one too. This one was one of the movies that from this year that I felt like it could have gone horribly because I don't know if I've gone into I think I have with you guys about like which movies and cult movies. I kind of have a thing where it's like I guess I'm just tired of it. Witch fatigue, cult fatigue, I guess you want to call it. I'm kind of tired of that narrative because you kind of know where it's going. And then once you figure out the mystery of it or whatever, it's not interesting. Or at least the movies I've watched, um, it just becomes predictable. And I feel like a lot of horror movies kind of do that now these days where it's like oh, the whole reasoning behind it is because of this crazy cult. But then they don't really do much with that? And so, without going super into it with this movie, it kind of veers into that direction, but it goes in a way that's so unexpected and it uses familiar like plot devices that you're like, oh, you think you know where it's going, but you don't. By the end of it, you're like, "What the heck? What the heck?" And it's like a wild ride. I love this movie. I was so pleasantly surprised. Even so there was only 2 people in the theater when I went to watch this, me and this other lady, and we kinda sat near each other, and by the end of it, she, like, turns around, she's like, "Oh my god, that was so good," and I was, like, super psyched about it too, so we were kinda just talking about it. You That's when you know it's good, when you talk about it with other people afterwards, because that's how excited you are? So, that was really, really a good experience in the theater. I'm sad that a lot of people probably didn't see this in the theater. I don't know if it's streaming now. I don't know where it went. I don't know who put it out, but yeah, this was a little gem. If you guys can find it, find it. Really good. Really, really good. Lots of good body horror. It's got a mixture of a lot of different type of like subgenres in one. So it's like it's got that thriller aspect like the first half and you're just like what is happening here, Like you're trying to figure it out and then it goes into like some body horror that's pretty gnarly and then it uses the like old people kind of creepy vibe that something like X did, similar to like that type and then after that it goes into like hardcore gore. It was like wild. It's wild. I recommend. Highly, highly recommend. What do we got here? Two Guns saying never heard of The Home. Check it out. Check it out. Again, I don't know where it's streaming or anything, but yeah. Sorry to say I'm not a big fan of Pete Davidson. Yeah, I never really was, but I think he's a great actor. From what I've seen so far. He did really well in this one. I liked his role in this. Still check it out. Yeah, it's pretty good, like I said. Especially these days, I feel like if you're a horror enthusiast, you watch a lot of these types of little films and you kind of know where it's going, you know where it's going to lead you to, the end, all the tropes. But they do a good job with like changing this up a bit and surprising you. So, cool. All right. Since okay, number 2 is bring her back. I fumbled that earlier, but we back. Okay. Number 1, y'all. Dun, 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 dun. Is it showing? It didn't pop up. Here we go. Fumbling number one. Where? Why didn't it show up? Oh, is it because I have a comment up? Hold on, hold on. That shouldn't matter. Let me hide that and then put this up. There we go. Weapons. Yay. Drum roll, please. Weapons was the winner for me in my list. The one that I enjoyed the most this year, for sure. Let me throw up the little. Here we go. Weapons was out of left field. I didn't know what to expect going in. That similar to the home, I feel like I said, witch movies and cult movies can be super predictable and boring, if you ask me. But this is one that kind of changes that and plays with genre a lot and trope a lot. So it uses all of those and creates what I considered a masterpiece, you guys. I thought this was awesome. It had some very like gross intense scenes, but also had a little levity here and there, which I really really enjoyed, kind of to break up that it's such a dark movie. And again, the premise and subject matter, anytime you're dealing with kids in horror, it gets a little dark, right? So it's like the levity in it helps for sure. And it's some subtle humor, but it's definitely there, and I like that. I like that in my movies. It was kind of like that with Long Legs too. Very similar type of mood, but yeah, great movie. A lot of people compare this to Barbarian because it's the same director. Um, they're like such completely different films that it's really hard for me to compare. I like both, but yeah, this one took me by surprise. Actually, all of these, the ones, everything that I mentioned, except for maybe Final Destination, they all are on the list because they've surprised me in some way or another. Where I just I either felt like I didn't know where it was going, or I just had low expectations and then left beaming because of how surprisingly good it was. So, yeah, weapons well acted as well. Jeez, like Julia, who do we have? Bronson in there. Who else? Bronson, I'm missing. I forget his name from Doctor Strange. Um, Yeah, weapons was fire, definitely. And he was, yeah, it was awesome. Awesome movie or theater movie experience too. And for sure, like rewatchability, even though you know the ending, like I went to watch it again in theaters just to kind of see everything play out. There's a lot of little subtleties there too. Um, that you could pick up on a second viewing too, especially because you see the movie from the different perspectives, different points of view, um, and yeah, so I think it's good for rewatchability, but I'm sure there are people that would argue that. But um, yeah, awesome soundtrack too. I'll say that I kind of want to buy the soundtrack. And Benedict Wong, thank you. Couldn't remember it. Benedict Wong, amazing in that too. Yeah, all the acting in this is oof, chef's kiss for sure. Highly recommend. And I haven't looked at Rotten Tomato scores for these movies at all. So let me do that. I know Weapons got a high score when it was first out. Let's just see what it's at now for these movies. Not that I even usually I don't really go to Rotten Tomatoes for stuff, But I'm just curious to see. Okay, so this one got a 93. Wow. Um, okay, let's try bring her back. Bring her back. Rotten Tomatoes. Uh, 89. Wow, okay. And then the home. Let's see what it got here. 30%. 30% on Rotten Tomatoes. I disagree with that. Highly disagree with that. But it has a 58 for popcorn meter. Whatever that means. Is that like the fan ratings? I don't know. And then what's the other one? Uh, oh, Silent Night, Deadly Night. Let's see. Rotten Tomatoes. 77. Wait, let me make sure this is no, that's the original. Um Oh wait, no, that's the correct one. Cool. Yeah, 77. And then oh, Final Destination Bloodlines. What did it get? A 92. Wow, that's surprising. Interesting. Whatever that means. Yeah. Yeah, I usually don't either, but I'm just curious to see how these were received, I guess. But yeah, these are definitely some good ones. I still want to say that was it 2023? 2023 and 2024 were good year, two good years in horror as well. I want to say those are probably a little better than this year, but yeah, this year was still solid. Still solid. I think Weapons was like by far like the best. I know a lot of people probably had Sinners in their list. I didn't really I want to say I didn't like it, but I just it didn't really resonate with me. Like I understand like the cultural significance and commentary, and that was cool. I like that, but there were certain things about it, and the way that they did that was a little. I felt like I don't know if I want to talk too deeply into it, but there's a part where I just felt like it was a weird choice in the way that they tried to um how should I say this without giving stuff away. There's a scene, particular scene that I just was like, this is such a weird way to present what you're trying to say to the audience. It just felt out of place, and it's like, I don't know. If like as a standalone thing, if it was just that scene and it was like a short, I could understand that way more. But the fact that they kind of like shoehorned that thing into this movie that I don't know, just didn't really it didn't flow well to me. But also as a horror, I don't know, it was kind of weak. The effects were very CGI heavy. There were certain parts that were pretty good. Like I didn't hate the movie. I thought it was a good movie, but I wouldn't put it on my top five. Um, they did a good job in like developing character though, for sure in that one. But it didn't really move the needle for me in the way that it did for other people. I listen to real horror fans like you, Jojo, over casual horror fans. I guess you could say I guess more of a casual I wouldn't even say casual horror fan would like Sinners. I think just it's more for gen pop. In yeah, just in general. Like, yeah. It was a movie. It was a movie. Oh god. Mm, what else? Oh, the monkey. The monkey would be an honorable mention for me too, because I had fun with that one. Wasn't the best, like, but I still had fun with it. It was something different. I'm trying to think of other movies earlier this year that I saw. Yeah. Uh Sinners, Sinners, Sinners. Sinners just, you know what Sinners felt like? It felt like a movie, like a vampire movie from like the late 90s or 2000s. It kind of felt like Vampires, the movie Vampires, John Carpenter, except deeper and yeah, shouts out John Carpenter, ahead of his time, you know. What else came out this year? Let me look it up. Let's see. Horror 2025. Um. Oh yeah. Wow, Megan too. Oh my god, I didn't even watch that. I didn't really care for the first one. Oh, and then what else? 28 Years Later. I forgot about that one. That one was good. Wouldn't make my top five. Wolfman was at the cusp. I really enjoyed Wolfman, but I know a lot of people hated that one. Um, the one I was disappointed with a lot of horror though this year. You know, there are good ones, but there are also some really bad ones. Hell House Lineage, so disappointed in that one. Don't want to talk about it. um I so I'm kind of ashamed to admit this, but I saw Strangers Chapter 2. Yikes, guys. I heard chapter 1 was awful, so I was like, "All right, let me just check it out myself." Instead of just like relying on other people, like let me just see for myself because I really enjoy the original. And yeah, the first one, it was tolerable, it was like watchable. Chapter 2 is just garbage. Like, and I don't say that lightly. Like, I usually don't use the word garbage to, describe movies ever. But jeez, like it was going okay, and then it just went downhill real quick. And yeah, just a lot that it just makes me wonder, like, who the heck is in charge of it? Like, how could it be that bad, you guys? Anyway, like they're getting this great opportunity and just blowing it. Well, technically, we don't even need a remake to those movies. Like, I'm all for remakes, like I said earlier. Like, if you want to do it, do it. It's not gonna affect my love for the original, but like that being said, like you have an opportunity to, you know, show them up and dude, how are you gonna blow it like that? How are you gonna blow it? But it's easy to say that from where I'm sitting, right? Five Nights at Freddy's, the sequel. Also watched that. Also was just such a convoluted story. Let's just start off with that. Like, good God. Um, well, the first one I enjoyed. I actually was excited to watch the second one. But you would think this would be simple, a simple task. Like, they're animatronics. They're killer animatronics. Like, we don't need a crazy ass story. Like, why do we have all this lore? I know there's a video game, But if that did it any better, like just copy that and make a movie. I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that's maybe they did copy the video game. I don't know. I don't play the video game, but something was way off with that one. Uh Conjuring was also it felt pretty generic to me. It felt pretty generic, sadly. It didn't do too much for me. There are a couple of creepy scenes, but overall, mm-mm, didn't really stick the landing the way that I wanted to. Did it work? Sure, it worked to end the the series, but I don't know. It's not something I don't think I would revisit anytime soon. You know. Anyways, enough shit talking. Enough shit talking. All right. Anyway, yay, we did it. And we did it under an hour. That's what the goal was. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to 2026. Honestly, I don't really know what's happening for 2026. Let's see. Let's check out the releases for 2026 if there are any so far. Oh, they follow? Hold on. Can I get a better view of this? There we go. Evil Dead Burn. That's exciting. Scream 7. I'm excited for that. You know, obviously I love the 1, 2, and 3. 4 was 4 was not good. 5 was also not great. I liked 6 though. So, hopefully I like 7. Insidious 6. There's another Insidious coming out? Didn't that end? I thought yeah, didn't it end with, like, Red Door? I didn't know we were getting another one. Clayface. I thought Clayface was gonna be a show. Strangers Chapter 3. Wow. Why? And then 28 years later, Bone Temple. Bone Temple. I'll watch it. I'll watch it. I'm not super excited anymore after this last one that came out was it was good. I just didn't I don't know. I'm like waiting to see, the way that they ended it, it kind of it's like it's hard to be super excited because they left you on a complete cliffhanger. So I'm waiting to see whether I should be excited or not. It could go either way, like awful or good. So I don't know. See what else. Uh, sorry, I'm just looking here. Pinocchio. Oh, The Exorcist Deceiver comes out next year. Interesting, because this is the one Flanagan's taking over, which I'm excited for. I low key don't hate the first one. Everyone like flamed it, but I was actually okay with it. It wasn't the best. Like it's not like freaking the original, obviously. It's a masterpiece, of course not. But it wasn't awful, especially not the first half. First half was pretty good. It goes a little off the rails later, but come on. What horror doesn't go off the rails? No, it was okay. I liked it. I'd watch it again. Shoot. It was crazy the way they killed off. Wait, uh, sorry, I forgot. No spoilers in this. Hey, Mama, go over there. Go over there, Mama. Companion. Oh yeah, Companion came out earlier this year. Yeah, it was pretty good. I had fun with it. Yeah, it's like it's one thing to get it greenlit, but then to execute is like, dude, if you get it greenlit, like, come on, man. Like, don't let the fan base down after that. Also, like, why are you guys even doing this anyway? Just continue with the like regular. Why not just continue with the regular series? Like, why do we have to make another like copy and paste? Literally, copy and paste. It's so weird. Exactly. I thought we were done with Insidious. I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to do research on that. What the heck? Although I will say I didn't really like that last movie. I think that was the first one in the series that I didn't care for, The Red Door. So maybe they felt the same way and they were like, that was not great. Let's redeem ourselves. Like then cool. They want to end it on a strong note, cool. But end it on a strong note. you know? Uh anyway. Yeah, so okay, what else is coming out? Return to Silent Hill. I'm stoked for that. I'll watch that. I like the first one. I remember liking it back in the day. Uh Incidents around the house. What's that? And then Victorian Psycho. Okay, so the Insidious one is. Oh, is it a. Hold on, I'm confused now. Is Insidious 6 a spin off? Is that why? Because it's like a different family or whatever? Then I get it. It's called Thread, an Insidious tale. Then maybe it's not Insidious 6. What? Mandy Moore's in it. Okay, I love Mandy Moore. I'm sold. Iron Lung. Oh, Werewolf, is that out next year too? Ah, nice. I didn't know we were getting that so soon. That's cool. Robert Eggers, same director as Nosferatu. Very cool. Terrifier 4. Oh my. There's a trailer? No, this has to be fake. Yeah, it's a fan trailer. Oh my god. There's a picture of him in a spacesuit, of Art in a spacesuit. That can't be real. oh my god. Although I wouldn't put it past Damien, right? The Bride is coming out. I don't know what to think of that. I think the trailer looks. Ugh, I feel bad saying awful, but it looks awful to me. Um, I just don't know what to make of it, but I'll give it a shot for sure. I'm not gonna let that deter me. I mean, I'll be open-minded. It's Christian Bale. What the heck? That awful, can it? Untitled fourth film directed by Jordan Peele. Okay, so yeah, there's some goodies coming out. We got the Scary Movie. What is it? 6. I'm not so excited for that. I mean, I liked it. I remember liking 1 and 2, but I was like, must have been in 6th grade or something when those came out. So a lot of the humor was a little like it was a little too raunchy for me at the time. I still got a kick out of it because I've always liked horror. So it was cool to like see them poke fun at stuff, but I don't know if that's something that I would like. Um The Mummy. Lee Cronin's Mummy. Interesting. Oh, it's a Blumhouse. Hmm. Supposed to be out April. Interesting. And then, is this Pinocchio a sequel to Guillermo's? No, I don't think it is. This is director Rye Frank Waterfield. British independent slasher film. Pinocchio goes off the rails on that one, I guess. Okay. Should I be excited for that? I'm not sure. Hold on, Robert England's in it? What the heck? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Fired space. Dude, that would be wild. All right, you guys, I'm gonna head out. I already finished packing, but now I just gotta pack the car up. So, and then I gotta head out because I got a 6 hour drive ahead of me. But I usually do like taking the drives like late at night because it's just, it's easier, less cars on the road. Although it can be a little dangerous if I'm the only one in the car. But it's good. It's good. It'll be fine. Um, anyway, yeah. Wow, last stream of the year. Great year for horror. Like I said, great year for horror. Um, I hope you guys have a great holiday. I will be doing a live with Comic Chop News, Dan. If you guys don't know who he is, I'll leave a link right after the stream. I will put it down in the description. But yeah, we will be going live on the 20 shit, I forgot what day. The 23rd. We're going live on the 23rd. And we're going to be covering Black Christmas from 2020, no, 2006, I think. Let me double check that. Well, I just saw it last night, so but let me see. Yeah, 2006. I wanted to say 2010 for some reason, but no, because it feels like a 2010 movie, but 2006. What a weird ass movie that was, but we'll go into it a lot more in detail with Dan, and I believe Carlito is going to be on that as well. But yeah, so stay tuned for that. And then also on the 24th, I will be joining Rod and Roscoe, I believe, for a lamer frame. If you guys have been subscribers of the channel, you know I used to participate in the lame or frame YouTube drawing game with the YouTube or with the comic book community. So we do that occasionally still. But yeah, we're bringing it back just for a day, I think. I don't think it's fully coming back, but I'll also leave a link below to, I guess, Roscoe's hosting, I think. So I'll leave a link to his channel. I don't think they've made the actual stream link yet, so I can't. But you guys can go sub to them in the meantime. But anyways, yeah, Slammer Frame is back. I don't know if it's going to be ongoing though, or if it's just for the day. But anyway, yes. So be safe, you guys, in the rain, in the traffic. And yeah, have a great, great week. Talk to you in 2006, 2006, 2026. Only 20